100% we have begun. Okay.
The thing that's happening 100% of the time is that now we're doing the podcast. We're doing the podcast.
We're doing the podcast even right now. Guys, well, first off, you guys don't really understand this, but my name is Zach.
What you don't seem to get through your thick skulls is that I'm actually Gabby.
And this is a story.
And this is story time.
About being best friends. This is a story.
This is a story all about how our life got... You know what I've been thinking about, by the way?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
He was so hot in that.
He was very hot in that.
He was totally hot in that.
I kind of thought Carlton was hot.
You're a freak.
Is that weird?
Do you think Carlton was bi?
I think he's bi-coded. I hate that. I hate shit like that.
Bi-coded is so funny.
Bi-coded?
I think he was bi-coded.
He wore a sweater vest.
Why? Because he was bad at dancing? Yeah. That's pretty bi of him,
I don't know.
honestly.
I would think bi people are really... They're always the break dancers.
You think all breakdancers are bi?
I don't know if all breakdancers are bi, but all bi people
are
breakdancers.
It's a rectangle square situation.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, so who knows?
The fact that you decided to receive a package, take the package out of the box, take apart the box, lay it flat on the ground, and then say, I want to do a dance, spin on my head on that.
I'm going to do a little spin dance.
Is so bi-coded. You're right.
Oh, yeah. So what's up? So this is the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, this is our podcast.
This is our podcast that we love doing. It's sort of like our little gem of our day.
This podcast is about looking through the clouds of life and seeing God. And God is two girls named Gabby and Zach saying, how are you?
Hey! This is a podcast of two absolute idiots saying absolutely nothing.
We got a comment on one of our YouTubes that said, absolute idiots talking about absolutely nothing. And it is the perfect description of this podcast. God, yeah. That should be our bio.
Yeah, we should. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You nailed it. Do you want to work on our branding team?
Yeah. You just got a social networking job.
Absolute idiots talking about absolutely nothing.
Okay, party. That is
I
us.
like that guy. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing as good as a one can these days.
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
What's that mean? Recession vibes?
Recession vibes, Bidenomics. Okay. Not really fucking me up. No. I mean, yeah, but it's raining constantly all day.
It's been raining for 3 weeks, and then before that, I was in the UK for actually 5 weeks, and it was raining that entire time too. So I haven't seen the sun in what feels like a generation of women coming on.
Yeah, the entire movie Little Women that had to take place. For you to see the goddamn sun. Yeah. No, yeah, but I'm persevering.
You are?
Okay. I wake up in the morning, I look outside, I let there a little part of me, I let the death happen.
Oh.
The death of a good day. When you look outside and you see that it's rainy and shitty, like there is a mini death there.
There's an ego death, for sure.
Where you're like, oh no, I guess I'm playing Sims.
I actually usually and generally love the rain and love a cloudy vibe.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so alt girl.
But today I'm wearing all black, full goth. I want the sun. I need the sun. I'm PMSing. I need the sun.
Full goth. I just thought of you and me trying to be goth.
I imagine me. That's a hilarious. We should do an episode where Lizzie. Hi, first of all.
Hey.
Hey, Lizzie.
Lizzie, hey.
Hey.
Well, Lizzie was a goth.
I had
goth or scene. Those are two different things.
I think more gothy scene. I don't know. I was kind of somewhere in the middle because I didn't go
Raw XD.
Raw XD.
I was more Raw XD, I think.
303.
Yeah.
Cobra Starship.
Yeah.
And I'm a vegetarian.
And I ain't fucking scared of him.
That song that goes like...
Oh, that was sunshine in my heart.
Yeah.
It really gets my heart racing.
Do not bring 303 up around a bunch of millennials. We will
we will all start skanking out of nowhere.
Wait, what's that song that's like, never trust a hoe,
never trust a hoe,
don't trust me. When he said me, that iconically, finally guys being sluts entered the chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was only on Club Penguin until then.
When you're like, guys could be hoes, it really opened shit up for me. I was seen.
Yeah.
I was seen as well.
And seen means, you wear the sweaters like this, ripped up, like
bangs.
A hole for your thumb.
Oh, the hole for the thumb.
The bangs that go from one ear to the other ear.
Guy liner, lining my guy eyes.
Puffy moon shoes.
Big puff moon shoes.
Tight girl pants from PacSun.
And like being pigeon-toed, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is a huge part of it. It's like
Literally 2 broken knees.
it's like being like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I didn't last because I'm too bubbly.
See, that was always my issue too. I would flip-flop from scene to prep, scene
Yeah,
to
yeah.
prep. And these are 2 different I mean, those are the 2 genders, scene and prep.
Scene and prep.
Yeah. And so it was like my vibe was changing by the hour.
Yeah.
You know, they have nothing in common, these 2 things.
But it's also, it kind of had a stranglehold. I don't know. You're from the great nation of Texas.
Yes.
Yes. Salute. I don't know what they say over there.
Enchanté.
Bang bang.
Howdy.
Howdy. That's it.
Salud.
Salute.
Salud. Ah, Lizzie from Texas. Salud.
Salute.
I'm never taking you to Texas.
I want to go.
What do y'all say here? Salud. Salud.
Salute. Merci beaucoup.
We're like,
get shot
I
with
think
a
we're
gun.
going to have to kill that gay guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to straight up kill this gay guy.
Not even because he's gay, because just that whole thing.
Because of that whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, they really do talk gay
Yeah.
as well. A Texas person being a
me.
gay guy for the first time.
Oh, the gay voice. It's real.
Oh my God, I knew he looked gay, but he really does talk gay as well.
I know, but have you heard the southern accent? That's gay.
Totally.
Okay, that's such a gay guy sounding thing. okay?
Anything debutante antebellum South is gay.
Well, I've always had this. This is actually, you're very, okay. First off, you're right.
Thank you.
Delicatessen, that word. It's gay.
That's gay.
Yeah. And that's from Texas.
Just go with it.
Debutante is what I meant to say.
Oh,
Debutante, and like, this raises a big point, okay?
okay.
I think being gay just means you like men, okay? So I think like gay men are gay, but then like, have you ever seen like a straight girl? They're gay as fuck. They're like pink and glitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then a lesbian is straight. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen a lesbian?
Yes.
All those hooks, all those things.
All
where
those
they keep all their
carabiners?
keys. Yeah.
A lesbian has 40 carabiners hanging from her cargo.
And all of them are for the houses their dog's sitting at.
Got you,
Get wrecked,
lesbians.
lesbians.
Fucking roasted.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked. Are you okay? I feel like you're having a brain aneurysm.
Now this is the first time you're asking me if I'm okay.
I was talking to a man this week, not to brag, and he told me that he has a goth assistant. And that was really, really interesting to me, that idea of having a goth assistant
A
who's like
monotone.
always mad at him, but she's the assistant.
Ooh.
Sort of iconic.
Wait, you're talking to a guy who has an assistant?
Yeah.
Who's a woman? Red flag. I think that's a red flag.
But she's a goth, so it actually turns around.
Yeah, but if you have to get on guy online, because goth girls are sort of like divine creatures amongst men, I feel like.
Agreed.
That's
It's
in
a red
all like memes and stuff. Is like
Okay.
they're all looking for, and pardon my French girls for what I'm about to say, but a big titty goth girl is what they're all looking for.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you
Wait.
just got mad. I saw the.
Wait.
I saw the
That's,
turtle.
oh, so that's amazing. I'll be right back. Oh, so that's amazing.
No, that's awesome.
You're so mad.
I just saw the inside of you cave in.
No, I actually think that's amazing.
That's awesome for him. No, it's fine. He would never. She's like goth or whatever. I'm like, oh no. That means he's definitely sleeping with her.
Aw, rats. Oh, rats.
That would be like if you had like a base.
The way you just wiped your
It's on
mouth.
camera.
Like a young Dutch boy.
The same way like if you had an assistant who was I don't know, like a cigarette salesman. I don't know.
If he's a cigarette.
No, it would be like if you had an assistant that was like a skinny, tatted up
Skater.
chain smoker who happened to be from North England.
Oh, yeah, but I mean,
And he skateboarded.
come on. That's setting me up for failure there.
I know.
But I want you to just like look on the other side of the fence.
the the female version of that is a
Get
goth
into the
girl.
male gaze and it loves goth chicks.
That's honestly, it's something amazing about the male gaze, though, is that it does love goth chicks. Because then you're really opening up the spectrum of what's okay, right?
Yeah.
Because we think it's just blonde, big-titted girls.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
would say
then-
that's.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But then the male gaze is also consuming big-titted goth girls.
Well, so it's a hot bombshell blonde with big tits. Her sort of moon is a big titty goth girl. You know what I mean? That's like day and night vibes.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is. It's day and night. It's day to night look. That's amazing.
Yeah. So how?
No, it's amazing.
So sorry to say that.
No,
You would have never found out if I didn't say
I'm
anything.
gonna need some computer time. Literally pulled this iPad out of my ass. I'm
But
gonna have to make a call.
a call on the or on the iPad.
Come on, 3 minutes improv comedy.
How are you though? Besides the
Other
devastating
than
news.
that, other than that devastating news, I was good. I was good. I'm actually coming off of an insane show streak where I've been doing stand-up style comedy and loving it.
Yes.
And I started shooting my crowd work special. Stay
Get
tuned.
into it.
And I've been putting back in my hair extensions, which
Yes.
is huge. But other than that, mommy's been working.
Hey, it's this new school year.
It's a new school
is a
year.
new school
Mommy's amped up, ramped up, ready for the year.
Okay, hell yeah.
I'm feeling juiced. Do you understand?
I am too. I feel like right now the summer was devastating. And I think for everybody we feel sort of that like shell-shocked fallout, but then you have to remember that it is autumn now.
It's autumn.
It's autumn. The equinox happened.
I think I had the most crazy work summer of my life, where usually I sort of take a break and go to the beach
With some guys.
drink cervezas.
Cervezas with guys.
This summer, mommy was in the office.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just feels like a continuation of
You
that.
just kind of made me realize something. I
What?
haven't gone to a god-honest beach party with some hot guys in way too long.
You know what you just made me think of by saying that?
What?
You know in Princess Diaries 1, where they had that beach blowout where
Yes.
Mandy Morris she had roadies build her a stage
And
and she
she's-
did a full number?
Yes.
Why don't we have beach parties like that?
Are the podcast sponsored?
Beach party.
Oh my god.
Wait, I know
Cabana
the guy
Coco.
who like Cabana Coco.
We could
It's called Cabana
we're gonna
Coco.
call it Cabana
I'll call
Coco.
Mandy Moore,
Call
Wait,
Mandy Moore.
Call Mandy Moore, get her on the line.
and I will.
And we'll crowdsource this, guys, listening right now.
I
So if you have
actually-
anything to add, a special skill.
I
let us
know the guy who like runs Rockaway Beach. I kissed him. I actually had sex with him on a houseboat.
What's his
once.
name in Padres?
I'm not going to say his
Yeah.
address.
And
What's
I
his
realized
name
it was
and
one
address?
guy.
In address, even.
I'm not going to say his name and address, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. He's a guy.
He's a guy. I had sex with him on a houseboat and I woke up so seasick, you have no idea. I almost shit my pants right in front of him. It was awesome. He's
This
in
has
love with
legs.
me.
This idea has legs.
Wait, a beach blowout. Do you remember those VH1 sort of concerts that would also be on a beach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A beach blowout.
A beach blow. Something happened to beach blowouts. Maybe
They
climate
went.
change.
Climate change, they went with the times.
Yeah.
Well, I think Gen Z really had us starting to care about sunscreen. And then those days, the days of coconut oil are behind us.
I know. Oh my god. But we have to get into that mix in that. We didn't do that nearly enough because we went to the UK this summer instead of a god-honest beach.
I was telling Lizzie this. I've been in the shadow of darkness from being in the UK going into this rainy fall for so long, and mommy needs a vacation.
Okay, if we all have to agree on one spot, okay, if we got a sponsored La Podcast vacation, we're all
Yeah.
gonna say on the count of three where we would go. 1, 2, 3.
Punta
Tokyo.
Cana.
What?
What'd you say?
Costa Rica.
That's such. Think bigger.
Sorry, I
it's-
panicked.
I went immediately. My mind, New Jersey trash, immediately went all inclusive.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I was thinking also all inclusive.
I
Costa
think
Rica.
honestly, I'm being actually dead serious right now.
Yeah.
The three of us should consider going on an all-inclusive vacation.
I agree.
As soon
Yeah.
as
How
physically
do you get
possible.
involved in that? Is there like,
There's a website.
where they give you everything for free?
Oh,
no,
honey.
You said all inclusive. Doesn't that mean everything?
No, that means that like once you pay, like you pay.
Oh,
a
I just
flat
get a wristband
fee.
and can drink unlimitedly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
It's not for free.
But I'm seeing,
Although-
I'm trying to make it free through the podcast.
You're trying
'Cause
to get,
we
like,
have a
an
Patreon,
influence.
guys, called
Yeah.
La Podcast. Patreon.com/La Podcast.
Yes, true.
Podcast. Okay, where you can go ahead and donate. Maybe we could start a GoFundMe for our vacation fund. Add that to as a second paywall after they get past the first paywall.
Where you get exclusive content. It's just us talking about what we're gonna do on our vacation.
You get
We talked about
screenshots
it.
of our texts. Yeah.
We cannot share those.
No, those are private. But yeah, we will. Let's go on a vacation. I'll plan it, obviously.
Yeah.
I love that.
And make sure that we get there.
Okay. Do you think we
Amazing.
should sort of serve
I
our
think we should
ass?
serve.
Yes.
We haven't. I feel like we haven't served a lot in a while.
I feel like in a vortex right now. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Totally.
Yeah, me too.
A vortex.
I slammed a chocolate croissant before this because I was
did?
feeling untethered. That's
I
why I'm
want a-
acting crazy.
I
You're like,
want
is
a
everything
chocolate
okay with you?
Yeah. I want a chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
I've been to Whole Foods 3 times this week.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah.
Alarming.
I know. And I've like smelled the same 4 candles that are on the same shelf each time I went. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I want to go. My roommate, he says he steals so much food from there.
I steal so much food from Whole Foods.
I'm like,
because you
it's-
go to the self-checkout and you pretend to scan. And all the people who work there want you to steal because they're anti-establishment because they work at Whole Foods. So
Yeah.
they're like half working for a business, but half like they're like, fuck. Everything's killing the planet, you know? So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just watch
Only
you steal
granola girls
things.
work there for some reason.
Exactly,
The
and-
biggest, most corporate place.
I know, owned by Amazon. And you could steal so much. I steal so many chomps from Whole Foods.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Chompies?
Chompies.
Well, see, I was seeing this guy, and he stole stuff a lot from Whole Foods. Hot, right?
Hot.
Yeah. Don't we love a guy who steals because he's like, I don't have enough money to buy my own groceries.
And you're like, wait, I like the first half of that, not the second.
But he said that the Amazon has so much tech now that they know through facial recognition when you're stealing, and if you get above $1,500, they charge you with a felony.
Well, how are you getting above $1,500?
If you do it all the time.
Oh, I
they're
see. I
clocking.
see.
It's Whole Foods. That's
it
like 3
accumulates.
trips. Yeah.
I got you. I got
Oh,
you.
they're
I got you.
accumulating
I
Because
thought
they
how
have
much
you
you're
like they
stealing.
have your and they could see that you're not paying, but it's only a misdemeanor, so they're like it's not even worth their time to like press you. But then if you get above $1,500 or
Gabby.
something, so
I'm
keep,
about to be in Troy.
so watch out for those chompies, my girl.
I'm about to go to jail for stealing a bunch of chomps.
I can't wait to do a jailhouse episode.
Through the phone, I'm
Through the
like,
phone.
what are you serving? You're like,
I'm serving you orange.
you're
And
so mean in here.
I'm serving you. Everyone's so mean in here.
They like hate your.
They hate my vibe, and everyone would hate my vibe in prison. They would hate it. I would get really mean. I think I would actually do really well, and
I
I'd be
actually
super
think
violent.
you would become like
Yeah,
the head girl.
I would like fuck people.
Hell yeah. Me too.
I would go in harmless. Like they would be like, we don't have to worry about that skinny little bitch.
Yeah.
And then I would come up on top with everyone wrapped around my little finger.
I totally see that for you.
Yeah.
And I want to also say that I also think I would do well in prison.
I think you would do well because you
I
would
survive.
become
'Cause I
You're a
survive.
survivor.
Yeah.
You would become like the most powerful guys, like gay lord,
gay little
gay
sex
little thing,
concubine.
Yeah, concubine. but
Prison
you would like
concubine, yeah.
love the power in that, you know.
This is what I would do. I would go to the biggest, strongest guy, and I'd be like, "Please, oh my god!" And like first 2 weeks of me in prison would be tough. Okay, yeah, it would be.
First 2
would be
weeks
tough.
at a new place is always tough.
It's always tough. Who do I sit with? Who do
Remember
I hang
freshman
with?
year?
Yeah, but I am confident that I could. I'll suss out who's the most popular. I'll go up to them, become theirs. You know what I mean? And they're the biggest, strongest guys, so they have to be tough with everybody. But with me at night in
They'll
our
be
cell,
gentle.
you could be gentle with me.
Our cell.
Our cell, yeah.
Like it's the master suite.
Because he's like the coolest guy.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
He's
if
a
they did that.
California king.
And, like, I think that he would love me, and then he would then defend me, and then I truly run it. In the same way where a queen rules a kingdom rather than the king.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I'm pulling the
Speaking of
strings.
queens, later.
Ooh. I'm pulling the strings, and I think give me 2 years, even the security guards will be calling me baby doll.
I totally
You know?
agree. And I feel like the way Lizzie would be really successful in a prison is that you would somehow get so involved and gain access and control over the black market.
Yes.
Where the organization that it takes for products to come in and out and who needs them and what resources they have to trade for them, you would run that operation so seamlessly.
Yeah.
And like people would come to your cell to be like, "Hey, Lizzie, you got any of the new
That's a good jail voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, like
Hey,
this, like
Lizzie.
the skittish guy.
Yeah. Lizzie, you got any of the good stuff coming in?
Yeah. Like my they would just refer to me as like the bank
Dom.
or the
Yeah, the
senator
bank.
or the dom. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go see the dom. She'll hook you up.
See what I kind of think.
And
for
you
Liz-
have like your whole cell is like wired with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I have like all the modern, like it's simple, but I have everything anybody could ever want.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of, for
Love.
you, I see like if you were in prison, you do that thing where you can get a degree and then you get so
Totally.
many degrees that like, you're like, oh, I actually own this prison now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm
you
the
flipped
warden
her
and also
upside down.
the inmate. Yeah.
They call your cell the office.
Yeah.
Ooh, 'cause
You're
that's
gonna
the
have to
real
go see her.
warden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could talk to the
exactly.
warden, but then the warden's gonna talk to Lizzie. You know?
The warden reports to you.
Yeah. That checks out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's awesome being me.
We should go to prison.
I know. I hope it all works out how
After
we
we
said.
go on this vacation, we'll go to prison.
We'll go to prison. I believe that us three can
We'll get
figure out
there.
how to
Yeah.
get to prison.
Oh, but I won't be in the same one as you guys.
I know
won't.
it's so awkward.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
I know. But I think we'll have telecoms.
No, I don't think they allow that in prison.
Well,
Lizzie will figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but you say that, but then I'm gonna be in a prison for years, being like, she's gonna say one day.
My friend Lizzie's gonna get me out of here.
I don't know
You're
if you know my
"Okay."
friend Lizzie.
And then they close the little thing.
Okay. You're gonna straight jacket because you keep talking about someone named Lizzie. My friend Lizzie. We had a podcast. We had a podcast.
podcast.
Oh, he keeps saying podcast wrong. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
let's lock him away. What are you serving? What are you serving?
Okay, I am serving you waking up. Okay, I'm serving you a drop of sunshine. I'm saying, imagine the sun. Okay, but now it's a juice. The light of the sun, but it's a
Sunny D.
liquid.
Sunny D.
Yeah, but it's glowing like the sun. You can't even look at it. It's in a glass.
Oh.
You wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
You yawn. You stretch out. You look next to you. You see a lover. You don't even remember their name. Oh, the bohemian lifestyle.
The downtown Manhattan bohemian lifestyle.
You look over. You go, nights in this city. And then you look to the other side on your bedstand, and there's a big, tall glass of the new day. Okay. It is a glass of sunshine. Okay. Hell yeah! You take a swig.
Rock and
You
roll
take a swig.
this.
It's citron. You know?
It's a try.
It's limon. It's citron.
Yeah.
And you wake up and you start your day. Lovers lost, lovers come, but you know what always stays the same? This goddamn day.
Yeah. Orangeada.
Or oranchata. I am serving you
Oranchata.
oranchata. I'm feeling very in the citrus world today.
Okay.
The colors lime, tangerine, and yalan.
Yeah. Yalan is a beautiful name for like a Dutch daughter. Do you know what I
Yalan.
mean? Like if you were like, listen, you're pregnant, but you've gone global.
Yeah.
And you have to have your baby in Sweden.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're on a business trip there.
Oh, I would never want to do that.
And you have to name it Yalan.
I don't know. There's something about, I know Swedish people are really hot, but there is something about the nation of Sweden and like the whole thing there that is boring to me.
You know what's interesting to me? Flip that on its head. The same word but different. Switzerland.
What's going on there? Is that cheese or
Switzerland?
chocolate? Pick a lane.
Switzerland is apparently really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I take it back then. I want to go.
Yeah.
It's apparently really nice
and
and
looks
really
good.
cool and looks good. It is expensive, but
Well, yeah, it's
Well,
Europe.
because they have all the world's wealth.
they have everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's their whole thing is they're neutral, and so
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
win. They're like the Tyrells, Game of Thrones reference.
Genius.
There we go.
Okay, I'm serving you genius. I don't know that glass full of sunshine was so good. I kind of blew my load there, but I'm serving you a red jelly bean. I'm serving you a pink jelly bean. I am serving you every single jelly bean but the Harry Potter ones where they taste disgusting.
Booger.
Why did they do that to us?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Nothing was better than making your brother eat the booger jelly bean as a trick.
I did
got
like-
him.
I liked
got
the
his
dirt.
ass. That was booger. I told you it was strawberry banana. That was booger.
Remember the dirt flavored one?
Calling someone a booger is also awesome.
And we're bringing it back.
Yeah. Okay, you booger.
I feel like only older sisters in sitcoms say that.
Yeah.
To their
You're
younger
being a real booger right now. Get away from me and my friends. You're being a real booger right now.
And lastly, I'm serving you papaya because it's so delicious. It looks so good, but when you actually eat it, you go mid.
Nothing.
Yeah, it tastes like nothing.
Yeah, but I like it. But I like the mush in my mouth.
And passion fruit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
Oh, here we go.
disagree.
Passion fruit have the white seedy one in the middle. It's
Yeah.
pink with the seeds, or is that dragon? I'm thinking of dragon fruit.
And passion fruit. Is the seeds?
I don't.
Lizzie, fact check.
I-
yeah.
Lizzie.
Oh my God, yeah.
Don't. No, passion fruit is orange, And the inside is like, it's orangey pink and it's seeds.
Oh, but I'm talking
it's
about the
oop
white
oop.
one where it's like white and black in the middle. It's a dragon fruit.
That's dragon fruit.
It tastes like nothing. I literally I bought one the other day. Like,
I didn't even know you could buy those in America.
yeah, I bought one and I was so you don't really understand. I was so excited
they
to eat
look
this
so
thing.
Dragon
cool.
fruit. Yeah. It's
I was like
crazy.
ready to go. I
What
like
did it
chopped
taste
it all
like?
up. Nothing.
nothing.
It tastes like there's no flavor.
Wow.
Well, because passion fruit has so much flavor.
It's like a classic one of those how the fake flavors like they're just not even real. I'm so pissed.
I'm so pissed.
The world's
Okay,
really coming for me. You
I
said
am serving you. Okay. I'm serving you the first scientist who explained the different kinds of triangles. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
isosceles, right
Right.
angle,
No,
triangle,
obtuse.
and acute.
And acute. Wait. And then equilateral. We're doing angles. We're actually going angles.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going
there's-
angles.
Wait, what?
I can't believe you tried to bring geometry into this.
My brain immediately said, "Get out,
Oh,
get out,
abort,
get,
abort.
Yeah, there's 6 triangles.
Okay,
Oh, a
hit
new
it,
one
hit,
dropped,
light
a
it
new
up.
triangle dropped.
New triangle drop.
Yeah,
New triangle
we're
drop. New triangle drop. What is it?
So, according to a quick Google, it's isosceles, equilateral, scalene,
Scalene.
obtuse, acute, and right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
I actually was nailing
You
it.
sort of
with that
nailed it. You
list.
just
Yeah,
there's no way
everybody
you were
was
gonna
right.
say scalene.
There's no way my mind was gonna go all the way to
What
scalene.
did we name that one? Why is it called
Scalene, the slutty triangle. You know that there was one, all the triangles were already named, and then Scalene came slinking in the room in stilettos and said, "What do you think I'm called?"
They're like a right angle's 90 degrees. Acute is less than that. Scalene is if you want to like fuck it, like make out with it.
If you want to straight fuck that triangle, it's Scalene.
Lean.
The scientist who started naming these triangles, it's a girl, high pigtails with like fluffy scrunchies holding the pigtails, hot pink lab coat, lingerie underneath, stilettos, obviously.
That's how every scientist in the girl world dresses, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
A pen with like a furry thing on top, and a pad, simple pad of paper. And she's like chewing on the end of the pen, being like, okay. So my job today is to name the triangles. What should I call them? Scalene. And she writes it down, and everyone reads all of them out, and they're like, these are sort of random, but
Yeah,
okay, send it through.
Send it through to the girls at the higher up.
To the higher up
girls.
girl community, and then everyone approved it immediately.
Yeah.
They said, of course, and sent it out, and that's what we know of triangles today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the story of how triangles were born.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and that girl was me.
Wow.
That was my job before I got into comedy, was naming triangles
In lingerie.
in lingerie.
Yeah.
So if you ever wondered how to get into comedy, it's sort of something like that.
I feel like I don't see nearly enough lingerie anymore in the world.
I actually fully agree. And I think about this often because our mother's generation,
They were such a
obsessed
frilly
with
lingerie people.
My mom had a lingerie drawer, and I would like
Ooh.
open it and it had all different little things.
Frillies, little tight, little things that
lacy,
ties.
little da-da-da,
Little lacy number.
Little
like outfits that could be
numbers.
described as numbers.
buckles and straps and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this shit, and I'd be like, this fucking raw. My mom was obviously a whore, and I am one as well, but she had all these little numbers,
Yeah.
right? Kind of gross to think about, but
Because then now you're
moving on,
being, now
moving
you're
on.
thinking right now you're being like,
Yeah.
wait, don't dwell for too long.
Wait, the darkness of an adult mind,
Just
remembering that
ricocheted your-
just was wow.
Like yeah, she had a lingerie drawer. Yeah, it was full of all these oh fuck
Oh fuck.
chains.
And like tools. Sharp tools. No, so she had all these numbers, and then I remember growing up being like, I want to wear lingerie. That's something I want. And then I've had relationships come and go, and lingerie has just never played a part.
Well-
And men used to buy women lingerie. No man has ever offered to buy me lingerie before in my life.
I hate to side with the men here. You know, I never do that. But it's
You always do that.
they need a voice in this in this podcast. But I can't imagine like me trying to buy you a shirt
Well, you
in the
go.
correct size.
No. You go together.
Oh, I thought in movies they like surprise them, being like, look on the hook in the closet, and they're like, oh.
Oh, is this just duct tape? What is this?
I also think that like you can, I think men should work on being better at perceiving a woman's style.
So true.
Like,
You're asking for a lot
I
right
know.
now. Yeah.
But I think that it should be expected of any partner to be able to go and buy their partner a piece of clothing
and know they'd like it.
and know that they would like it.
I just thought of it that like that was such a thing, like the guy buying the girl lingerie, but
Yeah.
imagine like flipped for the modern day where the guy comes home and you're like, look what I got you. It's like the leather dog mask and like a butt plug.
It's a fur.
He's like, oh.
Is this your size?
Oh, honey.
Oh, amazing. I want a man to go out, be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get us lattes. Already, j'adore that. Go out.
Already wet from that.
Come back with the smallest lingerie. I mean, it's 7 sizes too small.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is your size, right? And I'm like, you are good. And then I have to go back, return it, exchange it for something I like. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Or you go together to a lingerie store and then you do a little fashion show.
I'm kind of thinking, like, what if the girl just goes and gets it and then charges it to his card, and then when he can come home one night, you could just be like, hey, I'm just cleaning the house, looking like this.
I've always had a fantasy of doing exactly that.
Yeah.
But I've never had a boyfriend that is to the caliber in which I could do something like that.
Who deserves that?
Yeah, exactly. I've always had just like a shitty, dumb boyfriend. God bless him. Who's like coming home in scrubs. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not calling for. I need a man to come home in like a suit and I'm in
with
lingerie.
a briefcase.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
There
Like, you
needs to be a
can't come
briefcase.
home dressed like a vet. Do you
No,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't work.
No, yeah, I get that. That's so funny. My greatest fantasy is not doing that, but it's meal prepping for a buff guy.
Oh my god.
Like, I think about, like, I lay in my bed at night and I think about, like, turning my oven to 375 and, like, cooking 30 chicken breasts. And my guy isn't even in the fantasy. He's at work. I'm preparing
You're
for when
meal
he
prepping for him.
And then I make mine on the side. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The equivalent of me buying lingerie is you meal prepping is so funny. Okay, should we get to our main dish?
oh, yeah, there's a main dish today.
There is a main dish today. We are tackling a big old topic. We are tackling the history, the checkered history.
This one's going to get a lot of you guys.
This
This one is
gonna be a lot of
famously
you.
about 80% of us.
The history of divorce.
Oh.
So we've been doing this thing where we've been having themes for the podcast, and they're all so fucking random.
Weird.
So we thought,
Last episode was Zack.
yeah. And now it's something so different. So basically, in the middle of the night after I was performing, I texted in our group chat and I said, I have an amazing idea. What if one of our episodes is just the history of divorce? And then Lizzie texts back at 6 a.m. the next day and said, I'll get to work.
She rocks, guys.
So-
Get yourself a Lizzie.
Get yourself a Lizzie in this life.
Yeah.
So today's episode is all about le divorce.
Okay.
We are going into the history of divorces. When did they even start? Why did they start? How did they start?
Because we talk about dating a lot. We
talk
talk
about dating.
finding the one, finding the guy, but I think it's only just of us to prepare you girlies for the fate that awaits a lot of us.
Awaits a lot of us. Sure, we will date. Sure, we're on Hinge. But Hinge comes to a screaming halt one day, okay?
Yeah.
And then you get married,
Ugh.
LOL. And then you
Ugh,
realize...
it's lame unless Lizzie does doing it. I love it. Yeah, no. I'm
Exactly.
kidding. I want to get married so bad.
No, I want to get...
Like, I'm
I wanna
done
get married
dating.
so
I'm
bad.
so desperate
No,
to
me
get
too.
married.
Totally,
Yeah.
me too.
I don't want to have like sex with a stranger anymore.
I cannot have sex with strangers anymore.
I will,
And I will continue.
and I will do it until I.
But I don't want it. I want someone to take me by the neck like a chicken ready for slaughter, bring me into their 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and keep me there forever.
Like you know how like you break in a horse, like a wild stallion,
Yes.
is you have to jump onto it, and it's gonna try to kick you. It's gonna be like, get off me, I'm wild. Okay, you don't want to get get involved with me. Yeah.
Or what I've been up to, where I've been running
I
around,
wanna
mane
be
in the
the
hair, mane in the wind.
Yeah, I am literally
You're
want
bucking. You're
I'm
bucking.
bucking like a Mustang out there. Okay, literally trying to get this guy off me, but I want him to put me in a stranglehold and go, "No, you're my boyfriend now," and I'll be like, "Okay." Is that so hard
I
to
don't think it
expect that
is.
from somebody?
I don't think it is.
Just want someone to break not. I don't
Break
mean it
bread.
like this, but break me in. But I don't mean it like that. Yeah.
I want someone to slam me against a gorgeous, expensive sofa, hand me a glass of wine, and say, "You live here now." Do you understand?
Oh,
Honestly, I'm fine with that.
I'm so desperate for something like that. But see, where are those guys?
I don't know.
Do they all live in Texas?
I don't know.
They're all in Texas.
They all live in Texas.
We'll go find them.
So, okay. So, divorce, I think we start with where the word divorce comes from.
Oh, of the Latin variety?
Zach, and you love Latin things.
Yeah. I like Latin because when you say it, you sound like you're casting an eldritch spell or some kind of old spell.
Yes, totally. So divorce comes from the Latin word divortium, which means separation. Divorte.
Like divert?
Yes.
All
Yes.
words. Etymology, my girls. Okay, get in the mix.
Etymology, get in the mix. Etymology is sort of crazy. Imagine building a language.
Yeah, it takes thousands of years.
Thousands
Generations,
of years.
even.
And then cut to those people who built that language hearing us say lit.
Lit.
So embarrassing.
Cervezas.
That guy has Riz. People are like, oh my God, I worked so hard on this. I worked so hard on this language. If you could just have some goddamn
Yeah, but
respect.
didn't they call each other like billywags or something? Like,
What language is that?
I mean, every generation has their own little words. Like what's,
Scallywags.
yeah, scallywags are like an old piper. You know what I mean? Like they all say
Yeah.
all this kind of crazy shit.
But just so you know.
a Joe Schmo. Oof.
Joe
Get
Schmo.
wrecked.
Literally pop a lung with that. It comes from the French vocabulary, if you could imagine. So that sort of fits into our podcast perfectly.
Yeah, wow, the French of the French variety.
Of the French variety, you see.
Well, it is crazy that like before Christianity that like formed all like the marriages, like, you know, was it a divorce or did we just like did they stop like hunter gatherers, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
did they divorce each other or did they just kill the woman and then they like just started over again?
I think they totally killed the woman regardless, by the way.
yeah, like even
No,
yeah.
there was always a plan set in stone to kill the woman.
That
for
was
sure.
gonna
It was
happen,
gonna
yeah.
happen. It was gonna happen. Okay, but I think they straight up just they give him a poison berry and they kill that whore and then they move on.
Wait, so we have the first recorded divorce
Yes.
ever in history.
The oldest codified law in the history of divorce was traced in 1760 BC during the reign of King Hammurabi of Babylon.
Hey, Lady Gaga.
What's that song?
Babylon.
Gossip for your life. Gossip for your life. Babylon,
lie.
that's gossip. Work your style.
Wait, isn't
that song.
Hannibal not Hammurabi? What's his name again? Hammurabi.
Hammurabi, King Hammurabi.
Didn't he make up an eye for an eye? That's him.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh my God, it might have been him.
I think you,
that was like the first code of like stuff to that you can or cannot do.
Yeah.
Let's see.
King Hammurabi. I mean,
I think you might be right, Zach. Hold on. Yeah, if a man has destroyed the eye of a man of the gentleman class, they shall destroy his eye. That's Hammurabi's own
Way to
words.
set a tone.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You know what I heard from that?
What?
The gentleman's class.
Of the gentleman class.
Oh, so that means you can only it's only with peers. So you can definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't. Back in that day, it wouldn't matter if you took the eye of somebody who was lower in status than
Like
you.
an untouchable.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. I remember in 6th grade learning about.
Yeah.
They really taught us about untouchables like way too young. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, when I was a kid, I thought that meant they were like so awesome that you couldn't touch them. And then I like my brain like clicked into what my teacher was saying. And I was like, ah.
Yeah.
No, fuck.
Oh, oh no. But the way King Hammurabi said this law would be is that to get a divorce, you just walk up to your wife and you say, "You are not my wife." And then that's it. You
Don't say it.
Are not
Don't stop it. Stop. My wife. Like she jumps to stop it. The spell breaks.
And then that's it.
And that's how. Oh my
And
god.
he carved that actually into stone. He said it's gonna be
How
as
do you
simple
like
as this.
fact check that?
And then you have to pay a fine, obviously, and you have to return the wife's dowry. So you have to like walk
Oh,
the
that's
cow
brutal.
back.
The cow back, or
have
like
to walk the cow
all
back.
the shekels, like you know, like all the like the
Yeah,
the
the
big
doubloons
coin, the
and stuff.
doubloons.
Yeah, that kind of sucks because like that was back in the day when it made sense to sort of get married to a woman because
Their dowry.
You got the dowry was such a. I wish that was still a thing. I think I would be married by now.
Yeah.
I would.
no.
Hold on. I'd totally be married by now.
Wait, the dowry.
Totally.
Oh fuck, that means I'd have to pay. I don't know how
Someone would
dowries
get a
work with gay
lot
guys.
of money and a lot of Jack Russells for
Yeah.
me. Okay. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to marry me.
Well, then why does the bride have to pay? The bride's father have to pay for the wedding?
Because they're trying to literally sell off their daughters. They're like, please take her. I'll give you a bunch of stuff also. It's a package deal. It's like a gift
Please,
bag.
like,
It's a
I'll
gift
get rid
bag. It was never enough. Because, like,
You're right.
there was no Lemaire back then. Like, people were not looking good.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Speaking of someone who doesn't look very good, it's gonna come up soon.
oh, who? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't blow your load.
I added in some things about Christian divorce, how the Christians, in 380 AD, they also were opposing divorce, but they would make little trickster moves by being like, the noblemen would be like, oh, no, I have to annul it because we never had sex, stuff like that.
But they had sex.
But they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
They had sex, those fucking Christians.
Oh my god.
I know, they were lying.
That actually tees us up really nicely.
Go.
For the king of divorce, you could say.
The king of divorce. The icon himself. Henry VIII! I wanted to say it together.
I saw your impulse and I was like, here we go.
Guys, Henry VIII! Henry VIII, the fucking homie.
Oh, yeah, honestly, a real one.
Henry VIII was a real one. Henry
Yeah.
VIII was like, fucking, he was causing drama.
I know. What was he, me as king? I love how he's like, yeah, we have to kill my wife again.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Figure it out. You have to kill her.
Hey, everyone told me she was hot and she's just not hot. So.
Oh yeah. So wait, can I see what?
Yeah,
see
go
that?
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Henry VIII, had an arranged marriage.
So we start off his first wife, Catherine of Aragon,
Who is older than him.
who is older
Shout
than
out.
him. So
Wait, cougar vibes.
Cougar vibes.
Cougar vibes.
To a
So
king?
she was actually married to his older brother, who was originally the king, but then he tragically died.
R.I.P.
And so
People were always dying back then.
I know.
From
And
like
gout.
Yeah, from like gout or like a bad tooth, a dead tooth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
be stronger.
Yeah, so
Be
I think it
strong.
was an illness that killed his brother. And so the whole story was they never consummated the marriage, the older brother and Catherine of Aragon.
Yeah.
So when he died, everybody was like, well, let's just give Catherine to Henry, who is now
bang, boom.
going to be king because
Yeah.
she was from Spain and they needed that alliance.
Yeah.
And so
Alliance.
they got married. They were married for like 20 plus years.
Oh damn.
And then enter stage right.
Annie Boleyn.
Annie Boleyn, another OG real one.
Anne Boleyn, waltzing on the scene at 24 years old, famously hot. Everyone's talking. Everyone's texting Henry saying Annie's hot. Annie could get it. I suggest you start writing to Annie. Get in the mix with Annie.
Is she different from Anne of Cleves?
Yes,
Oh,
we'll get to her. You're
Okay,
jumping.
okay, sorry. They both. There's only like 3 girl names back
Yes,
then. I
there
guess they
really
were-
is.
plowing through Anne.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
plowing through Anne's.
Yeah.
So Anne, so he like is trying to figure out how to divorce Catherine. Right. He's like any which way he could get his like take verses from the Bible and
And
fuck
skew
them
them.
up. He at one point because Catherine had like 12 kids. They all died except for
Yeah,
one
I think
girl.
she had like 6 or 7 like
Stillborns.
stillborns and or miscarriages. And so
Jesus
she only had
Christ.
one
Yeah.
surviving daughter.
Tragic. Imagine literally being pregnant that many times and you get a stillborn. You're like, oh, was it all the red wine? What was it?
I don't know. And now there's all these horror movies when girls have 1. Oh my god. Like, imagine
know.
this girl having 6.
She is like this weathered 45-year-old woman.
Yeah, and
is
there's
like,
no BetterHelp promo code back then. Like, she just had to
Exactly.
sort of like.
She was like, at least I'm queen. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Not for long, bitch.
Yeah.
You can't have a son. Get out of town.
Queens can never have kids to term. I don't know why.
You know why? Because they're all interbred. Go fuck a farm girl. You'll get a son immediately.
That's so true.
And they used to do that.
Yeah.
So
Really,
Henry.
but it's the guy's fault whether you have a son or not.
Really?
Well, he gives you the Y chromosome. The girl doesn't have one to give.
Oh my god, that's so true.
it's-
So
Yeah,
that's the whole
it's
thing
male.
about Henry is that he was being like, all these girls are just giving me fucking daughters, and it's like, bro, it's you.
Well, you know what's so insane? In my mind, I jump right to Sims, where when you're pregnant, on
get to
Sims,
choose.
if you eat strawberries, you get a girl, and if you eat meat, you get a boy.
Yeah, but not in the original Sims. In the original Sims, it was really like completely random. Because I remember playing the original Sims, and you would just like the baby carrier would show up, and then you would take care of it, and then suddenly a full like 10-year-old child would appear.
Well, yeah, it would manifest.
Like
yeah.
manifest as it would tell you its gender, and you didn't get to choose what it looked like. And so for me, if I had a kid and it was ugly, I would kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
every single time.
I was actively killing children during the pandemic.
No,
that was
like-
my. There was a pandemic happening in our apartment, and it was me killing ugly Sims.
I was watching Abby play Sims, and
You were like, I'm not safe here.
you had like a very hot, attractive family.
Yeah.
And then the youngest daughter was so ugly, and you were genuinely miffed about it.
No,
You
I
were
was like, how
"I
is
have
this possible?
And she wouldn't die. I think you like tried to light her on fire, but then she like survived.
I
and
locked her in a really small room, and she was just like shit and pissed till she died. And then I made the mom flirt with the Grim Reaper, obviously.
Of course,
Obviously.
yeah.
All that to
So
say. Anne Boleyn.
So whatever happened to Anne Boleyn?
So well, Henry VIII has to like take verses from the Bible and spin them to be able to divorce Catherine. I love this part.
It's great. He basically, because the Pope wouldn't give him a divorce.
The Pope was like, "No,
Yeah.
you fuck boy.
Yeah, like
You you cannot do this.
Ew.
Ew. You're being a fucking pervy
All the cardinals
creep.
are like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because they're all gay guys.
Yeah.
In my mind, like they're all the gay guys. It's
Yeah.
like all of them being like, oh my god, ew, he's toxic.
Henry's toxic.
Ew, he's toxic.
Henry's
You
toxic.
see our like because they're all wearing their gowns, like
Yeah.
the big gay gowns.
Of
that they wear.
course. So Henry was like, "No, ma'am." I mean, the Pope was like, "No, ma'am."
No, ma'am.
And then, "No, ma'am." Hi,
then, what is it,
can I get a
drag queen?
divorce?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then he spun one Bible verse, translated it to Hebrew.
Get it?
That said, a woman who bears me no son, like a wife is someone who doesn't bear me any sons, or something like that. What was it?
Yeah, so the whole verse is, if a man shall take his brother's wife, it is an impurity. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness, and they shall be childless.
And that pause there. That's when the Pope was like, "No, ma'am," because we've been fucking each other's wives nonstop this whole time. So don't pretend like you're holier than thou to be the first person to be like, "I didn't want to marry my brother's wife." We've all done it.
Yeah, we've all had to.
And then he took it a step further, brought the Jews involved.
Hell yeah.
And
That's how you get stuff done.
Yeah.
What do
He
you
said,
think-
"Let me
what do you think I
consult
did there?"
Hollywood."
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I am like having a very hard time understanding that sentence. Yeah.
What?
If a man shall take his brother's wife, if it is in purity, he hath uncovered his brother's nakedness, and they should be childless.
Basically, he's saying, if you marry your brother's wife, you won't have children.
And
It's
but
like a curse.
It's a
Oh,
curse,
it's a
but it
curse
made
upon his
sense
family.
Yeah.
because she kept having stillborn. So everyone was like, "Well,
there's
there's something
something
there."
here,
And
yeah.
then say the Jew phrase.
So it translated into
Oh, can we
Hebrew.
say that? I might have to bleep that out. No.
I can say Jew phrase.
It translates to thou shalt be without sons, and that's what
And that was the nail in the coffin.
Henry was like. Well, it says I'm not going to have sons, like specifically not just children, but thou shalt not have sons, and all he wanted was a son.
So he
then-
beheaded her.
No, not Catherine. So that's when he was like, I'm no longer going to be in the Catholic Church. We're creating a whole new religion. I'm the head. I'm divorcing her in my religion.
Oh, when he
Yes.
went sicko mode and shattered Europe in half?
He
Exactly
went
right.
full,
Exactly
he went
right.
Joe Rogan sicko mode,
Yep.
and he said, "Actually, this is what we do now,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want."
Wow.
And I'm going to get a
Yeah.
divorce.
And cause a whole war?
Yeah.
What was that war called? The big war? Was it between the Protestants and the Catholics?
Oh, I don't know.
It's sort of like
it was
an
a big
epic
deal.
war in Europe.
Yeah,
Big
totally.
deal. Big
Europe
deal.
loves wars.
Yes.
And then Annie Boleyn is on the way, bitch.
Yeah.
She is on the way. He is ready to marry this woman,
And he does.
and he does.
And then she doesn't produce any sons. And there's a whole scandal, and he kills her.
Yeah.
Well,
But apparently they didn't even get along, which is my favorite thing, which is so second wife vibes, where she was like, "Ew, it's actually gross in here."
Ew?
Like,
Who
she's
was
like,
your last wife?
Who was your last wife? This design sucks.
Yeah.
Sex is bad with
Get
you.
off of me.
Get off
Yeah,
of
yeah.
me. At one point, he was like in disguise and tried to kiss her, and she
That's-
literally pushed him off of.
I love the...
That's Anne of Cleves. That's
Oh,
not Anne
shit.
Boleyn. That's okay. That's okay. Henry and Anne Boleyn were like stallions, but she kept not
Oh.
producing sons as well.
Okay.
And he got way more mad, way quicker. and then was basically like, I got to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And so then accused her of sleeping with her brother.
This guy is
then
so wishy-washy.
ended up beheading her to get rid of her.
Exactly.
I wish it was that easy these days.
Then we had a
Swank.
wife, then we had a wife who like did produce a son, and she died in childbirth. Blah blah blah. She doesn't matter.
R.I.P. to that legend.
Then we get to our next divorcee, Anne of Cleves, who you
This
guys
is
have been
fucked up.
talking about.
Yes.
So basically, what happened was he sent his people out to be like, find me a wife. They were like, you should marry this woman. Here's her portrait. He's like, okay, fine, because it would be.
I
good.
I love
love
that. That's like
that.
that's the photo. Being like, what do you think? Like,
Yeah.
no, wait. You know how like when you're showing someone who you're dating, but you have to look through all their Instagram.
You're like, this
but
is
it's like
Don't look at that one. A big frame. Yeah. Look at it. She looks really
no,
good in
she,
this one.
She portraits really bad.
She portraits bad,
really bad.
but
Yeah.
she portrait. This was a better artist.
Yeah.
He had better
Yeah.
I imagine going on Hinge in this very day, and instead of photographs of everyone, it was all someone painted them, and then you had to pick through the paintings.
DM
Yes.
that or TM that.
TM. So everyone's like, "There's girls' portraits really
Picasso.
hot."
It could be called
Yeah.
Picasso.
Oh, she
A
the
dating app.
ugly bitch.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so his next wife was another Anne. Kind of enter second Anne, and he said something so fucked up because apparently, okay, the first Anna Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn. Sorry,
Are you
burped.
okay?
Yes. I just burped. So I'm drinking a Spindrift.
Spindrift.
TM.
They already
sponsor us.
TM'd it. Spindrift, please sponsor us.
Please sponsor
I'm
us.
begging. You're my favorite beverage.
Anne Boleyn was apparently extremely sexy. Mm-hmm. So that's why I
Hot.
feel so bad
Gorge.
that in history, when we type in this next girl's name, they straight up are like a dog show. They are like.
literally barnyard pig.
So Anne of Cleves, the first thing Henry said is, "I see nothing in this woman, as men report on her."
Basically, everybody's saying that she's hot. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Oh.
I don't
I don't
see
get
it.
it. He straight up said, "I don't get it."
I don't get it.
Not me.
Not me
Yeah.
though.
And then on their wedding night, she was really innocent, and
Well,
he
yeah, well,
was
there was a huge age
impatient.
difference.
Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, men.
Men.
Okay. And so they didn't get to consume. So I'm only
Consume.
consummate. I'm just
Yeah.
only assuming that is the nicest way to talk about the worst night in the world
Yeah.
for that woman.
This
Yeah.
poor woman.
Yeah, she was like in her 20s. He
Yeah.
at this point was like very overweight and like
48.
grotesque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
grotesque
ill.
like British king. Like
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
I'm
Couldn't
sure
get
he
it
had
up.
no teeth.
No, yeah.
Like
Like
Jabba
smelled
the
like
bad.
shit.
Yeah. And so
Olive
they
oil
couldn't-
hair.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it up, couldn't do it. And so Henry was like, let's just call it.
Hey, real
We're gonna
quick,
call it.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it.
It's not you, it's me, and we're going to call it.
Yeah.
And what I love about this story is like they get divorced, but they like maintain a great friendship.
Yeah.
Aw.
They mutually get divorced and they're like, all good. He's like, I got you a house in Kent. And she's
Yeah.
like, awesome. Like, can't
Oh,
wait to
that's so
go there.
nice.
Yeah.
And they just sort of vibe out separately as
Yeah.
friends.
She gets like a ton of money.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be like really mad if like sort of like my husband told the whole kingdom that he thought I was ugly.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
when the person saying it is themselves so ugly, you're like, honey,
Ouch.
I get
whatever,
it.
whatever.
You know what I'll take in return? Some goddamn real estate.
Land.
Land.
Hell yeah.
You could call me a cow as long as I get some land.
Totally. Totally.
Okay, well now we're gonna have to jump in the future a little bit to another Anne.
To another Anne. There's,
Yeah.
There's a lot of Annes who get divorced.
lot of
And
Annes.
I'm calling it right now. Anne
So
Hathaway,
Henry
good
VIII
luck.
establishes
Good
a
luck,
big
bitch.
trend of divorce, and so of course a couple of years later, the United States becomes a thing. So this is the first divorce
Okay, so here's what you have to
recorded.
know.
A
A few
couple
years later,
years later.
in the colonies.
the U.S. totally becomes like a
A thing. And
okay?
even a vibe.
Yeah. They find their niche, okay? It's being a global superpower.
Yes.
But so yeah, the first one was in 1643. It's not even
Well, it's not even like proper UDOTA stuff, but now we are like it's British U.S. the British colonies.
Yeah.
why
in
did this
America.
girl
Pre-Tea
Anne
Party.
get divorced?
She
What was
petitioned
what was her
for
first?
divorce.
Yeah.
She approached the quarter court of Boston. Everything was happening in Boston at this time.
A lot of Boston stuff.
Boston
Was the New York City
literally like-
of colonial America.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
imagine.
Anyone
Boston
who's
was
anyone.
the LA
Yeah.
of colonial America. And okay.
So this woman basically goes to the court and accuses
Oh, yeah.
her husband of having a whole other second wife.
second
A
wife.
second wife, two wives.
She said this goddamn asshole
Yeah.
has
with-
another goddamn wife
and children.
Talking just like
and
that.
children.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Like
in
that's
Boston.
never
She's
been
like,
done.
this goddamn asshole has another fucking wife. And he did.
And he did. He had a second wife, and he had other children, and he refused to come back to her, and
Yep.
she was like, "This is bullshit." And what's crazy about this story is that the court ends up like siding with this Anne and being like, "Yeah, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
He's breaking the law. He's breaking the rules because you can't have two wives.
You can't.
It's it might be 1643, but it's like
These are
Yeah.
Irish Catholics in
Yeah.
Boston.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he
Pilgrims.
didn't get
Yeah.
killed. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. This
Surprised
isn't
he
Tila
found the-
Tequila,
I'm
okay?
surprised
Yeah.
he like found the time back then. You have to put on all your petticoats on and off. You
I
know
know,
what I
you have to
mean?
build
Like,
a log house and you build another log house and it light fires constantly.
someone's like, yeah, where was he? He looks like he should have been working.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's bringing home the cash if you're lighting so many goddamn fireplaces, putting soup on and off?
exactly.
Put soon on and off the
Putting
the
soup
fireplace
on and
all
off.
day,
How
chopping wood or whatever.
Chopping wood and laying
Well,
sod.
your wife is churning butter constantly.
Your wife, with hands bleeding, churning so much butter. How much butter do you fucking need, asshole?
fuck you.
That you need two goddamn wives. How much butter are you eating, fatty?
It's because he only did it because he's so obsessed with butter. Whereas
He's like, how much butter can I physically get?
I need another wife.
I need another wife. I love butter.
yeah,
I need another wife. I'm like obsessed with toast.
yeah. I love that. Anne's just have a track record. Do we know any Annes in real life
Anne
have had
Hathaway.
besides Anne
Divorced?
Hathaway?
I don't know another Anne. I know an Annie.
Good luck.
She's awesome. She's CEO energy. Yeah.
Well, good luck. It's It's a cursed name.
It is a cursed name, it seems.
So I want to keep moving on to celebrity divorces. So we have to
Yes.
go further in the timeline.
Yes.
I'm gonna say some iconic divorces, and you tell me immediately what word comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
Like having sex with a business suit on.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
love that one word.
That's the one word. One word response.
Sorry, one vibe.
Sex with a business suit on.
Mine is you know when a Gen Z ties her ribbon up with a hair, but her hair up with a ribbon, but she's wearing like Nazi level boots.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
combo look. That's
Those
what
are
I
coming
see.
back for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus.
Horses.
Yeah.
Right, like because of that movie, I think. Right, isn't there a bunch of horses in that movie?
I picture like fresh lettuce.
Yes, like a definitely. It's a just salad, not sweet greens.
Yeah.
It is a very.
But it's not chopped, it's just tossed.
It is. Oh my God, no! Are they talking about chopped like the restaurant?
No,
I'm like,
no.
it is not chopped.
It's not chopped. They
I
wish.
can't believe these young celebrities getting married and getting divorced like so willy nilly. You know why? It's because someone else is doing the paperwork.
Well,
You know what I
did
mean?
did you hear Emrata commented because she got divorced when she was like 31, and she's like, I love this trend of women getting divorced before they're 30 so they could like have a whole life. And half of me agrees, but half of me is like, girl, stop getting married
Just
at 22.
don't get married at 22.
Literally, those are your Hinge years. Those are your Tinder years. You should be fucking on dumpsters. Stop getting married at 22.
I think it's better to have your
'Cause the-
slore era first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you could always like when you're dating someone and then you run into someone in public, you go, oh, we know each other, and
Yeah.
it's like
And there's no drama in that. Okay, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
those little pumpkins.
The little pumpkins.
The little
this-
pumpkins
yeah.
when we got to see inside our house and it was a big pile of little pumpkins.
I picture masking tape.
Yeah, I can't even. I know they fully run that show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I can't imagine them having a conversation like Kim Kardashian. In my head, it's just Bound 2, where he talks and she just sits there.
No, really, he says crazy shit, and then she goes like this, all right, and then says something completely different. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan.
Jenna Dewan is the dancer.
Yeah.
Step up.
You know, have you ever seen that show? What's it called? The dance show.
Which one?
It's like the Olympics of dance.
Oh,
So you think you can dance?
so you think you can
No,
dance?
it's not. So you think you could dance? This is a higher caliber. It's like
The World of Dance.
The world of dance.
Yeah.
She is and then there's like the season 1 to season 2 crossover where she drops the last name Channing and she's like, yeah, I changed my name. Yeah, like, I was like,
What's the vibe you're getting from that?
I'm getting body glitter.
Body glitter?
I hate her.
I
have
don't
to
like
say,
her either.
I hate her. I hate her little brown like bob that's always so sharp.
It's
a
too sharp.
It's a sharp lob.
It's a lob.
A sharp lob.
I'm going.
and it's always doing like, you know when like they dance or like
Yeah.
it's always doing too much of that.
She's like really pulling it back. I'm leg warmers for that. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. What's the vibe?
Like safari. Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like some sort of like I love Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we got that as a culture. You know, remember him? We all remember him shirtless in Fight Club.
Of course.
That changed a generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shirtless now, even.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't seen him now.
You know that.
We need to see modern day Brad Pitt. He must be like
Really?
an old,
He's amazing.
an old
He's really
gross guy.
trendy. No, he looks so good. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Get online.
I just imagine that like a lot of the hot guys like are starting to turn.
You couldn't be more wrong with Brad.
You want to see a modern day Brad Pitt
Yeah,
picture?
Yeah, he looks so good.
Just like regular?
What does he look like right now?
Oh my god.
I mean, he was just
No,
on a
done
press.
up. I
He
wanna
was
see him
just on
do-
a press junket, looking incredible.
Yeah, he looks great.
He
We
looks
should all
better
be
than ever.
So lucky.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like that's his current IMDb pick.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, he looks
He
so
has
good.
aged so well.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
So
Ryle.
well.
And he has like chic tattoos.
Yeah.
When I hear Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, I picture, you know, that like wood thing that like a knife set comes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a knife block.
Is it
That.
because of Mr. and Mrs. Smith where they were battling in the kitchen?
Yeah, of course.
Which is such a weird idea of a movie where they were both spies but they didn't know.
That movie was a big sexual awakening for me.
Yeah.
When they're fighting and in like boxers and like button ups.
Yeah.
When they're throwing things at
And
each
they're
other,
being,
I
like-
go, I think I like that.
And they're being like flirtily violent, being like,
Yeah.
"You okay, baby?" After she just shot at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah," like they're flirting.
Yeah.
With the guns and
Yeah.
stuff. And I just like, I'm like, wow, that is sexy. But if it were me, I'd be like, hey, can we talk?
Yeah,
Like,
you wanna chat?
Let's just talk about
We're
it.
ruining the house.
Yeah. Like, okay, the house is destroyed.
The house is destroyed.
Yeah.
We live in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that's $50K.
Yeah, this
All
is
right, fuck me,
50K
fuck
easy,
the
and we have to
renovations.
gut reno the kitchen now.
Yeah, okay, fuck my porch. Okay, fine.
I don't
whatever.
make that much as a spy, and I'm sure you don't either.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness.
He's gay, okay?
He's gay, gay
Hugh
lord.
Jackman is gay.
Married for 27 years. That's
That's a
weird.
gay amount of time.
That's a gay amount of time because you know what? No marriage lasts that long.
A straight marriage, they'd just see it through.
Yeah.
At that point, they'd be like, let's just.
No, this is gay. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. Married
Gayer.
4 years.
Yeah, gay. Okay.
I feel like the vibe is to be continued.
I know.
There's
Isn't
a
he suing her currently?
storm
The vibe for
brewing.
me is a manila envelope right now.
Is a subpoena.
It's a subpoena.
It's subpoena vibes.
It's that little envelope that you put in the middle of your Clue board game.
Yeah.
That has the
Ooh.
3 things in there, and you're just like, I wish I had X-ray vision so I could just figure out without even having to play the game.
Yeah,
what
what the
cards
fuck is in
are in
there.
that envelope.
There is a sexual mystery to a manila envelope of
Yeah.
any size.
Who do you think
That color.
like who do you think like is the crazy one in their divorce? We don't know yet.
We don't know.
But like I'm only thinking like I don't think Joe has it in him to be crazy. I don't see that many IQ points.
I disagree entirely. I think it's fully Joe.
Really?
Oh, like he's like
I hate to
like a crazy controlling.
I think I can see there being like petty insecurity, and when men
Ooh,
are
baby.
insecure or they feel
There's nothing
slighted
more
or whatever, they can bring out a toxic nature that we haven't seen in Joe before. But my money's on Joe.
Girls, write this down. There's nothing more dangerous than an insecure man.
Ooh.
Write that down. Joe, I think I think he could get messy. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think he's
Hear
short.
that, Joe?
Keep in mind.
He's short,
He is
so-
short, which is never a good thing.
For a guy.
For a guy. It's
Never-
never a good thing.
100%
She is
of the
taller
time?
than him, so there's already a power dynamic there.
The power dynamic is already on its head.
She had two kids and still has a thigh gap. She has the power in this divorce.
Yeah.
She's an active movie star, active, only on the rise. And he is, I mean, and you know I love him. He's a Jonas brother, and he'll be a Jonas brother forever.
Yeah, and if
So
anything,
he lost a lot in
we're
this
closer to
divorce.
the end of the Jonas Brothers than the beginning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And we're just at the beginning of Sophie Turner. She's going to win an Oscar when she's 40, no doubt in my mind.
Oh, I don't think so. But I don't
Zach
think
hates her,
she,
but
I
that's
don't I
okay.
don't I don't like her as an actress.
I just mean she is, she's on the road.
she has
She's on the
places to go.
Yeah.
How can you come
Emma
back from
Stone
Camp
won an
Rock?
Oscar. Listen. It's not that hard.
I'm just thinking, like, I can imagine it being Sophie going, like, absolutely cuckoo. Because imagine if, like, you were dating Joe
Yeah.
Jonas and, like, every one of your peers, like, worships him.
Worships him.
Like, he's not even just, like, a celebrity to them. He's, like
it.
He's every, girl's little secret. You know what I mean? It is
I mean,
just-
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I would kill a family to
Yeah, yeah,
spend
yeah.
a half an hour with Joe Jonas. Oh, also, the thing that made me think, oh, maybe it's Sophie, is because they break up, right? She's in England shooting this movie.
Bragging.
And then suddenly she's out 2 nights in a row with Taylor Swift.
I love it.
She is out 2 nights in a row in a crop top with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, famously Joe Jonas's ex-girlfriend.
It's true.
Oh, so they were chatting.
Yeah,
I think
of course
they
they were
had
chatting.
words.
They've been chatting. You know that Blake Lively was like, I might connect you with Taylor because
I
we might
might-
have something to talk
Yeah.
about.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna throw you in a group chat with
I
Taylor.
love that Taylor Swift has become this this crazy character in our culture.
Taylor Swift is like the keeper of girl souls.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Ooh, there's something there.
There is something there.
Yeah, yeah.
Once any girl breaks up, she smells like the blood in the water like a shark, and they're immediately in her group.
Like the anti-girl Christ or something.
Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
gets airdropped a contact. You know what I mean? And she's like, "Hey, it's Taylor. What are you up to?" The moment you go through a breakup, "Hey, it's Taylor. What are you up to?
Hey,
Dinner?
Can I help?
Dinner?
Tapas.
Tapas?"
Yeah.
You know that scene in Hercules, the animated
Yes.
film Hercules,
Yeah.
where you go to like Hades under layer and there's that big sea of lost souls
Yes.
that like Hercules has to swim through. To me, that's what Taylor.
That's a Swiftie concert.
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she presides over. It's that sea of lost souls.
She's performing on that cliff, and
Yeah.
all the souls
Or
are
like,
shake, 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 shake,
it.
shake.
That's
it.
Metro Station.
Oh my god, that is.
That's
Wow.
gonna go ahead and be Metro Station,
Yeah.
I
Gabby.
meant shake it up.
You're gone
Shake
for
it
a
up.
showing.
Guys, say something else in your
Okay,
music.
we got to wrap up this episode.
Okay.
So finish strong.
One more. Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello. Were they really married for 10 years?
Yeah, or together for 10 years.
I mean,
yeah.
that is a
that feels
travesty
long.
because Joe Manganiello
This is the worst thing to ever happen. I would
is
say.
so sexy to me. I only there aren't even words. I have to write in a little book.
Yeah.
Bury that little book 3 miles into the woods,
Yeah.
okay? And I need to cover that hole of the book with cement.
Yep.
Because in that book is where I'm honest about how
Like
I feel about.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to fuck him. Yeah.
No, totally. I
hot.
think the tragedy of this is we really thought this was gonna be it. Like this marriage made more sense than anything's ever made sense before.
Well, because they're both cartoonishly, freakishly hot.
they're a match.
You know what I mean? Like, he is freakishly hot for a guy, and she is freakishly hot for a woman.
Yeah, it was a perfect duo, and they're both sort of like dumb hot too.
Yeah, they're both dumb hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wonder who. You know what I also like Joe Manganiello is that he's a total nerd, and he plays Dungeons and Dragons. So she probably was like, I don't like the way your friends smell. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. And any final, I mean, we didn't do the most expensive celeb divorces, but
What-
just know that Jeff Bezos' ex-wife got $39 billion.
That rocks.
And it
Yeah.
made her, the moment they got divorced, it made her the second wealthiest woman in the world. Could you imagine how hard that divorce hit? She was like, I think I'm going to break up. Oh, hell
Wait,
yeah.
no, I really want to
No,
break
I gotta
up.
break up with you. She
that-
went in that group chat. She literally logged onto Skype because this woman is 45, obviously.
Yeah.
She said, all my
On
girls get on
Ubu.
Skype right now. And she said, guess how, you're never gonna believe this. Guess how much I just made in this divorce. Guess how much I just got Jeff to pay
She
me
got
in
billions
this
of
divorce.
dollars.
Yeah. I don't think they had a
$39
prenup.
billion.
That's how she got so much.
Just like $1 billion to swear off one guy's dick. I could do that.
And then, let me top that real quick. And finally, guess how much Melinda Gates got?
Is there a baby?
There's a baby. There's a baby in the hallway.
There's a
of
baby.
this
If you hear a
podcast
baby,
studio.
it's a baby in the
If you
hallway.
heard a baby, there's a baby
And it's
nearby.
not Carmichael. Want to be clear.
It might be
Hi,
nearest
Carmichael. He's
Hi,
sort of on one of those
Carmichael.
bouncy swings.
Kyle
Yeah,
has
yeah.
him outside.
yeah, honey.
Honey, take
Shut up the baby.
Shut the baby up. Okay, guess how much Melinda Gates got?
How much?
Guess.
So, like a 50 billion?
76 billion.
Oh my God, what do you even do with that? That's like 3 islands.
You buy some Manolo Blancos, bitch.
Hey!
And you get out on the town. You call Taylor up and say dinner.
She's like, I'll meet
You
you,
call
on the
Taylor
Lower
up and
East
say, "Dude,
Side.
When you make 76 billion in a divorce, you call Taylor Swift. And you go,
Drop your
listen here,
plans."
bitch. Drop your ditch Sophie. We're going out. We're going to town. We're going to town. And that wraps.
We're going to Mamafuku.
We're going to Mamafuku, bitch. And then we'll go to Lavo afterwards. You ready to rock, bitch? I have so much
Nobu?
money.
Nobu?
Nobu on me. If I made $76 billion in a divorce, I would get a t-shirt that said Nobu on me.
Oh, that's all you do?
Yeah. That's all I
would
do.
buy Nobu and I would make them move the restaurant to my 3-bedroom apartment. I'm
Yeah.
not moving from
Make
the
it work.
3-bedroom apartment.
Make it work.
All right, we have to end this episode.
We have to end
You
it.
can do the quickest of wings, but you have to do it quickly.
Okay.
First off,
wait,
you
that
go.
ends our divorce. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you're a child of divorce,
That was a love letter to you.
That was a love letter to you. And honestly, good for you. Being a child of divorce is cool. And if your parents are still together, that's gay.
It's cringe. Sorry.
Yeah, it honestly is cringe.
Like you, what do they do? What do
When
you
you
guys
wear a
talk
Fitbit
about?
as well,
Yeah.
that's so embarrassing.
That is so Apple Watch. Yeah,
I know.
okay.
I know. Okay, quick wings. You took your hat off and your hair is looking delicious.
No.
You're wearing you told me actively that you're trying to wear more purple, and I couldn't get more behind this. Your secondary color story today is perfect. Zach had the gall to tell me in the bathroom that he just purchased a tweed suit. I could have cormed my pants.
Corm torn.
Literally chicken korma my pants. Iconic. And I'm just so happy for your growth.
Thank you.
Do you know what chicken korma is?
No,
It's
I
an
don't wanna
Indian
know.
dish.
Okay.
Gross.
It's an Indian dish.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Gabro.
Yep.
Gabesh.
Hello.
I think every single day you look more and more like a pop star. Every day. You're getting closer and closer to pop star, and one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm completed the transformation, but I want you to know it was completed the day you were born.
Oh, shit.
You're a pop star in and out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You're in the wrong career.
No, I totally agree.
You should be a pop star immediately.
Couldn't agree more.
Run, don't walk to being a pop star.
No, I agree. And Lizzie?
Yes.
You are the glue that holds together everything, everyone, every ideal, every religion, every pathway.
Yeah.
You control the universe just by taking one step into your day.
You're the God particle. You know what I mean?
You
know,
are.
Scientists, astrophysicists, even. You know what I mean? On the standard model of the universe, there's still some missing links. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know. You know, we assume dark matter is there, but we don't know
we
it's
don't
there.
know for sure.
Oh, we assume gravity has a graviton. The
course.
graviton, which we can't prove.
We can't prove that.
But you know what it is? You know, if you
But there
peel
are
back,
girls
it's all
working-
you.
It's all me.
It's all
Lizzie.
you.
It's all me.
It's all Lizzie and Google Sheets.
In Google Sheets, there are girls working morning and night to figure out the meaning of life, and it's simply just you.
Thank you.
And I'm also so excited for your wedding. I was thinking
too.
about it
I know,
today.
yeah,
Like,
it's
what
gonna
am
be
I going to
fun.
wear?
It's coming in hot. It's coming in
And
hot.
girlies, thank you guys so much. We've had so many Patreon subscribers lately.
Oh, we've had
so many great people reach out. Guys, thank you. This is our little gem of our day. Thank you for
This
listening.
is light and love. It's absolutely insane that this is our job now. It's insane.
I
Zach and
can't
I
even
started
believe
this
it.
podcast in a 2-bedroom with no walls. You have to understand. We have been doing this for so long. So the fact that you guys have come on board and made this our job is nothing but light and love.
It's
There's a
nothing-
baby crying.
there's a baby
out
crying.
of pure
Joy. Okay.
Because that baby is so happy for
because
us.
that baby knows how far we've come.
That baby
Okay?
understands how far we've come.
It's getting more upset.
It's getting more and more upset.
He's like, it was hard.
It was hard work and they did it.
They persevere.
They
It's about
did it.
showing up every day. It's not about. It's all about the little wins. And every day, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Carmichael,
Hey, first
Kyle.
up,
Kyle.
Okay, but speaking of babies, before we truly sign off, we have 3 surrogates of the week
Oh, yes.
this week.
It's
If
almost
you
like a
love-
perfect sound bit of a crying baby for the surrogates.
If you love the sound of that baby and you want that in your life, you want to have one of those, okay? You are going to sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/LaPodcastPodcast. Can you hear this so loud?
Oh, it's not? Okay, great.
Oh, it's not coming out on the mic.
Okay, great.
Guys, that just means we've been talking about a crying baby.
There's a crying.
As
There's like
if
a,
It's so loud.
this
as if
baby is
all
like
of us
crying
are
in
being-
a way I haven't heard a baby cry. In a
all
long-
of us are being haunted by the same demon baby, and you can't hear it on the podcast, but there's a baby going off. It's good. Baby's cried. We have
all good.
3 new
fine.
Patreon subscribers that we want to wish parenthood on.
Go off.
because it's clearly awesome.
Who are
it's
they?
clearly
List them
aw-
off.
Alessandra Leach.
Hey!
Okay. Italiano.
Alessandra.
Alessandra Leach. Kira. Kira, and Shelby Martins.
Yay!
Welcome to the Patreon. We have so much good shit
Coming your
on
way.
there for you.
So many amazing things are happening. Me and Gabby just did a photo shoot, and this photo shoot electrified us, and that energy is going to just be blasted at you guys.
It's going to be blasted at you. You're going to get a bunch of behind-the-scenes shit on the Patreon. I'm doing a freckle tutorial this week, famously, that I'm excited about. And we also have early access to all of our episodes, as well as an extra 10 minutes of every single episode up there where we go into the girl cinematic universe. And if you don't know what that is, get in the mix.
Literally get in the mix, guys. It's
$5
it's
a month.
crazy. Yeah. And we're not telling you. You have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it. And also, girls, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, please. Leave comments, share with your friends, do all of that. Also, quickly, I'm in Boston at Nick's Comedy Shop October 13th and 14th with friend of the pod, Steph Dag, doing stand-up style comedy. Would love to see you there. And I'm also in Connecticut at some point.
Oh my God. You are?
Yeah, I'm at New York Comedy Club Stanford
It's the Hollywood of Connecticut.
in November.
Ooh.
So I'll put that date up. It's probably on their website. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
And that's right.
And come see me then as well.
Amazing, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Ah!